Welcome to the first episode of the C.L.E.A.R Facts. This is where you ask questions and we answer, because we always receive questions from dentists when we lecture, when we do our virtual courses, our webinars. And this week, the question we answer from dentists is this a good case to start?
And also, we do receive a lot of questions, always from our patients, or our staff members receive a lot of questions from the patients, such as, did you ever do clear aligner therapy yourself? So this is what it's going to be today about.
Stay tuned if you're interested by these questions, and we start right after this. In these C.L.E.A.R Facts videos, we will answer your questions. Questions we receive from dentists all the time. Questions our patients ask us. So if you have questions, don't hesitate and just write them in the comments below and we'll answer them in future videos. My name is Stephane Reinhardt. I'm a general dentist and the director of the education program for the C.L.E.A.R Institute. And this is
Michaela Sehnert. I'm a general dentist in Germany and I'm a speaker for the C.L.E.A.R Institute.
The question we have for you today is this a good case? A question we have all the time. I don't know about you, Michaela, but you receive that question often when you lecture?
I do, especially after the certification courses, when they really start with Invisalign. They have a lot of patients in mind. They sometimes do have a lot of pictures, and they always come and say, look, is this a case, an Invisalign case, a clear aligner case? Can I treat that case with clear aligners? It's really often.
There's a couple of things, and it's the same thing for me. You know what? A lot of times they come with really complicated cases. And I think, first of the thing, I think this is one of the barriers. When you start with clear aligners, I think there's 3 barriers. And case selection is certainly one of them. We don't know how to choose our cases. We don't know what is a hard case, what is an easy case. And what I've been seeing, especially from people who have no knowledge of orthodontics at all, is they come with cases that are really difficult. Sometimes it's class 3 cases, surgical cases, and I don't know about you, but it's always the same thing. They tell me, yeah, but it's my brother-in-law, or yeah, well, but it's my assistant, which for me is even worse.
That's true. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of times people, they have like your friends, family or staff members, but also like you say, a lot of times they don't have the knowledge about the authors, so they really pick cases where it's so obvious that people need a change, So, but also what I see here is that they come with combination cases. They have a lot of cases, periodontal disease patient, and this is for the beginning, sometimes, like you said, it's really important to choose cases really not carefully, but really selective at the beginning, just to start with a new product like that.
This is why I think you need to educate yourself to be able to choose these cases. I don't like to say, some cases are easy, some cases are hard. I don't like that. For me, there's no such thing as an easy case, but I think some cases can be predictable when you know what you're doing. And the problem is there. A lot of cases are predictable when you understand the parameters of the aligners, when you understand what you want to do, when you understand mechanics, all these things. I think the biggest problem probably is there. It's confidence. People don't know how to choose their case. They don't know what is a difficult case. And sometimes they start with something that is too difficult for them. They don't have the result they expected. And they think that these things here, they think that they don't work. But this is only a piece of plastic. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't decide where, you have the control over your cases. And there's no such thing as a clear aligner case. When they ask, is this a good Invisalign case? Is this a good clear aligner case? It's not an Invisalign case. It's not a clear aligner case. It's an orthodontic case. You're doing orthodontics. This is just the tool that you're using to do your case. Braces don't move teeth. This doesn't move teeth. Force moves teeth.
And it sounds like now what we're saying that it's really hard to find easy cases. That's not true. Because if we just think about like almost more than 75% of the people out of there, they really can, profit from teeth straightening. So just, look into your hygienist room to those patients that come like regularly to you. They don't really have problems. Just look at those. Ask a hygienist. Do you have some patients finding some little crooked teeth? Those are the best cases to start with. And this is so good to search in that. I always say we search in the hygienist chair first, because she knows the patient by heart. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You need a patient that's really, into what you're doing, that you trust, the patient trusts you. So a lot of times it's really patients you have for a long time. And then you just look at them after maybe, after your education, your certification course of Invisalign, and you tell yourself on that Monday morning after that course, that's true. Almost every other patient needs teeth straightening.
Yeah.
It was not the big cases I had in my head. It was, it's everybody maybe coming to me. And then you just filter your patients at the beginning. And at one point, you're going to be so confident you don't really maybe think about that anymore. It's a complex case or not. I mean, like you, Stephane, it's not that you choose your cases by if it's complicated or not. They know, you have a lot of knowledge now after how many years of treating patients?
29 years in as a dentist and 22 years doing orthodontics. But I'm a general dentist, but I dedicated my practice now to orthodontics only and to clear aligners only now.
So you have a few months more than me on that clock, and I can say it's the same for
Let
me
me
now.
guess. Don't write anything in the comments, please.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Make a guess. That's good. That's a good one. Please, please. So, but anyway, just come back to the maybe worried dentist and the emails I do sometimes receive with pictures and look at that, can we do that case? So what you tell your dentists you educated on, what should they focus on choosing that
Well,
best case to start with?
for me, Michaela, it's all about the knowledge you have, because for me, all cases are clear aligner cases. You can, again, for me, it's a tool. And I remember when I started with clear aligners in 2004. And at that time, you had to be crazy to start. I'm in Montreal. And you had to be crazy to use clear aligners. You were perceived as somebody who does compromised dentistry. And because I had the knowledge with braces, I started using braces in 1999. And because I had that knowledge, I was confident using clear aligners. But I was telling to all my patients at the time that we may need braces to finish the case. And what I found out with time is that I didn't need braces to finish the case. I could finish the case with these. But again, there's a learning curve. You need to learn. You need to educate yourself. You need to try. You need to put your hands in saliva, because only doing theory, a theory is good. Of course, you have to learn, but at one point you have to practice. You have to do cases. You have to learn, but again, you have to select the right cases. So it's all about knowledge. It's all about confidence, and that confidence, that knowledge comes with time, comes with education. And I wonder where you could go for that.
Well, yes, I wonder too. No, but it was really interesting what you just said in between, because you said that you talked to your patients and you said, listen, we are doing that thing, those are times a new thing, doing clear aligners, and maybe we need to finish with something else. And I think this is really important. And we often, like when we have something new in the clinic, we don't really want our patients to have the feeling that they're, the first patients where we're doing that on. So, and I always say, well, why not? We're at a time now where it is not like, we're doing a treatment that is, oh my God, you could die on that. It's not like that. You have no idea when I started the Invisalign treatment, when I offered that to my patients, we were so clear about that. We said, okay, listen, I went to that course. And I'm now certificated. I can do that now. I'm so happy that you are one of the first patients maybe doing that with me.
That's it.
And talking to them about that, the expectation, maybe even from the patient, and your worries about maybe something doesn't work. Maybe I do need additional liners. Maybe I do need to take a second scan because the first one, or whatever it is about that treatment, you're not that stressed
But
because you were
Michaela, this
yeah.
is there is no surprise why you have that success. I mean, it's there's a reason, and this is one of the reason. This is confidence. It's all about confidence. You're confident, and you're confident in front of the patient, and the patient can feel that, and because they feel it, it's all about confidence. I mean, between you
And
and me, it's not the price.
yeah,
It's not the they feel you're
yeah.
confident. They have confidence in you. They like your team. Say why not? Why not? That's it. So
And just
it's again, everything can be done as far as I'm concerned. This is my clinical opinion. This is not scientific evidence. This is my
yeah,
clinical opinion. I'm comfortable doing. I do traction of cuspids with this. I can do surgical cases with this. It's all about
yes.
how confident you are with this. Just hey, catch.
Oh.
Did you? It's going to be a
No, but
long way from Canada to Germany, but you will receive it
it's really,
tomorrow.
I will receive it
Yeah, that's
tomorrow.
it.
I'm sure about that. Yeah, and like you said, confident not only for the dentist, also for the team. And remember, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while that your team is gonna talk about that product like they do talk about all the other treatments you do have in your clinic. And again, be honest to your patient, and they do feel special,
Yeah.
even if they're the
But
first, the second, or the third one. We even did it like that. We made an evening. We called it the Invisalign evening, and we said, "Look at us. This is what we offer new in our clinic." And we said from I think it was from 5 till 8. We said, "Come if you're interested." So the whole waiting room was just filled with people that were interested in tooth straightening, and they knew that this is what we offered there was new for us as well. And they felt special.
yeah,
They felt special to be the first one, the first patients for maybe that treatment in our clinic. Maybe they thought about, well, maybe it's going to be special offer, whatever. I mean, just be creative. You can do whatever you want, but make it clear to your patients, and it just, yeah, feel confident even to tell them that it's not your 100th case you're doing. It's new, and you're happy, and you can be proud that you did like an education like that, and that you offer your patients a modern treatment like that. I
Michelle,
think that's
17 years ago, this is how I started. We did Invisalign days. We were opening the clinic on Saturdays. Everything was about Invisalign. Remember, at that time, there were no scanners. We had to take impressions of everybody, but it was like a party in the clinic. We had things to eat. We had everything. We had balloons, whatever. We called it Invisalign Day. So, but that brings us to the second question. Because you were talking about, be honest with your patient and everything. And this is where, when the dentist enters the room, and I don't know how it is in Germany, but I have a good idea. It's probably the same. Patients with the dentist, they're always like, yeah, everything is okay. And when we leave the room, now they see the real things. They ask the real questions to our staff, to our assistant, hygienist, treatment coordinator. And as you were saying, this is where they will ask, did you have that treatment? Like you said, they asked to Marie, your coordinator, Invisalign coordinator, did you have? So what did she say? What did she answer?
First of all, because I was asking her, because she sees the patients, right? And she said, yes, the most question they ask, did you do that? I mean, did you have the treatment yourself? And she said, and this is something really she did actually, she did have the treatment. And she said, because of that, I, of course, feel even more confident to talk about that. The patients feels more, they trust you more. They really know, okay, it's honest what she's telling me. She has where do you have that? At which treatment? Implant, a root canal? I mean, not me. You know what I mean? But I can talk about Invisalign. It's one of
That can be arranged.
well, yeah, that's true. So we start with the extraction, and then no, but honest, yeah.
Somebody did me a filling
I wonder who that was.
in Germany.
Oh God, really? They do?
It doesn't hurt at all.
No, it did not. No, but coming back to that question, it's really something where your team or you as a clinic, connect to that patient really, really deeply. Because if you say, yes, I actually did. And first of all, they want to see your teeth and they're like, oh my God, that looks good. Second of all, you can really tell them, I did it that way. I did, oh, well, yeah, I will do it like you. Oh, perfect. So, and how could you arrange that when you were at work, when you were eating in your breaks, whatever? And it's all coming from knowledge you have because you did the treatment. Yeah. And I mean, this is something we recommend for you too. I mean, you're searching patients for your first cases. My staff members here, I was the first patient actually. So this is why my staff members really had to learn how to do it because I had no hired dentist at that time. So I came back from the course. I said, you know what? They said it's really easy. So glue the attachments and we're going to be fine, after I think 18 weeks. And this is how we were just jumping into that cold water. And after my treatment was successful, they all said, we want to have it too.
Yeah,
and that was
because you should have seen her before.
Yeah, exactly. No, but this was the start of integrating that product in our clinic, Stephane. This was because they were sitting, on the reception, having the phone, were talking really clearly, had no, problems at all wearing those aligners during their work time. And the patient, they did not even see it. And then they said, look, I do have the aligners and this is great. So we're turning around, right? Just coming back to that first question.
Always. I think another good idea is to always have at least one team member in treatment. Always. So they can always come to the patient, just show them that this is what it looks like. She's in treatment. So it tells a lot of things. First, it's good for the patient to see. It's good to see that your team is, getting treated. And they can show what it looks like with attachments and everything. And they can see, why finally I don't even see the attachments. And that's it. So this is a really good thing. Now, little tip with your team. You always have at least one, yes, in treatment. And you never put them in retention. So they always have to... there's always relapse and you always have at least someone in treatment.
Or you can leave 2 or 3 attachments and you just put...
It's not true. Just no, don't do that. Come on. Don't now.
Nah.
Yeah. No. So that's everything we had for you today. Join us next time for other clear facts. And meanwhile, if you have questions, don't hesitate. Write your questions in the comments below and we will answer them in future videos. Tschüss.
Tschüssi. Au revoir.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss. Tschüssi. Bye. Au revoir. If you want to learn more about our education program, Clear Aligners and Orthodontics, just click on the link in the description below and join our list. If you like this video, just subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click on the bell to be noticed every time we put a new video online. Now, Google thinks that you might like this video, but we think you might like this one too.